look great.
Thanks. So, how are you doing? I feel like we've become friendly over email, as only this time can do.
No,
um,
I'm great. I'm keeping really busy. So that's kind of saved me a little bit.
with the promotion for your book, and let me just hold up your book again.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a disaster with all my events.
And for people who don't know what your book is about, tell us when it's coming out, what it's about, all the good stuff.
So Beauty is coming out on May 1st, which is right around the corner. It's less than 2 weeks away. And it's really it's about a woman who goes into fashion, but ultimately it's really about the arc of a woman's life. And it's about how she overcomes societal um, blocks in life. I would call them blocks and constraints, and becomes the person she wants to be. And ultimately, it covers almost all of her life, and I love it. So I hope everyone else loves it too.
And you have like a vested interest in the fashion part. Didn't you used to have a shoe business or something really cool? I felt like I read
I
something in your bio.
I do one of a kind shoes, so like this.
No way. Love those.
Oh
That
yeah, so
Mary, is that a
they're
Mary
Mary.
Mecco
Oh yes,
fabric?
I'm a huge Mary Miko fan, and I figure, if I'm going to bring into back into fashion, it'll be Mary Miko. But I love making shoes, and I started making shoes only because I was researching this book.
Huh.
So it became like my heart. I just love it. I love making shoes. I love making shoes for people. Um,
So
and
you mean like, so you customize them. So if somebody says like, I want this pattern and you just figure out how to make the shoes. Yeah.
I think of it more as a visual art piece, and I really let the materials and the person kind of speak to me, and I build it around that person and using the materials and figure out how to sculpt it.
So cool. And what is your background from an artistic standpoint? Because like, no
I
matter how much
I have
research I
zero
could do,
I have zero artistic background
really?
at
No,
all.
you
I
must.
I no no I literally considered myself one of these people who was good behind the computer, and and would work. And it was only because, like I said, I was researching this book that I felt it wouldn't do the book justice and it wouldn't do the character justice if it didn't actually understand why she was so passionate and what made it so relevant and important to her. So I actually took this course, and I'm still making shoes.
So cool. And what inspired you to write the book?
So Beauty is actually a short story from my first collection. And after I finished that collection, this character kind of hung on. She just would not let go. And I was actually working on a different book, but she was like, had her teeth dug in deep. And no matter how I tried to work on this other book, I just couldn't go anywhere. So I was walking in circles. And finally, I just set that book down and I started working on this one. And, and it came alive.
And are you finding time to read these days? Are you reading? Are you doing any writing
I
or
am
what's
actually. I am reading like 10 books at once, and
really?
I'm having the best time. I'm sewing, I'm reading, I'm writing. I just started reading The Shadow System.
Ooh.
It is about mass incarceration in the American family. It is so good. It is so good. I cannot say enough about it. I never read poetry, and suddenly I'm reading poetry. I just started reading Mouthful of Seeds. It's just blowing my mind. Like this period has been so good for me. As a mom, it's impossible to find time to read, right? And yet this period has given me that chance to quiet my mind, have a moment to read, make my kids read.
How old are your kids?
I have a 17-year-old and I also have an 8-year-old. So it's been challenging because I live in a 2-bedroom apartment. And they're here, we're all here 24/7. My husband's here working. So it can be a challenge, but it's been a really good, wonderful period for me.
That's great. Well, it's nice to hear that because I feel a lot of people do not share that, even the optimistic way of even looking at this time period. So it's nice, it's nice to hear that there are great benefits, and I'm glad you're reading again, and it's great.
Well, I mean, I look at people like you, Zibby, and how much you're doing and how much you're helping other people. And it really is an inspiration. And I feel like I shouldn't just be sitting on my butt doing
Oh,
nothing. I really should be helping people. I should be helping doing as much as I can to educate myself in the ways that I've never had time for. So it's everyone get
everyone has
out,
their
do.
everyone has their like coping strategies. I don't know why this is mine. It just ended up that this helped me the most emotionally for myself, but to help other people makes me feel better than almost anything else. So it's actually almost like a selfish endeavor, actually, because it's
Well,
making
however
me.
selfish it is, it really is so inspiring for other people.
Oh,
And it
thanks.
reminds people like, you're making a choice, right? And every day is a choice. You can sit and moan and groan, or you can do everything you can do to make it better, not just for yourself, but for other people.
Yeah,
So I really
it's true.
believe in that. I mean, and really, I'm not kidding. It's not just you. It's like there's so many people like you, like who are doing so much right now for other people. Hugo House reached out to me. I mean, it's been incredible.
Yeah, it's nice when people really rally across industries, and I don't know, that core humanity can kind of come through everywhere. So
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, I
awesome.
mean, I think this has been a really special time, and the literary community has rallied around all its members, and it's just been wonderful.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on your book coming out May 1st, Beauty, with a very cool cover. P.S. This is so cool. And I'm really excited about your shoes. And my childhood bedroom was Mary Mecco, and I'm like always going to be a fan. So anyway, I have an affinity for your shoes.
Thank
Uh,
you so
all
much.
right. Well, good luck. I'm sorry all your events were canceled, but I wish you all the best.
Thank you. Talk to you
Okay.
next, Libby.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.